See that guy, it's my day, digging the disco ray. Oh, Daddy!
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, Daddy! Dad, the Bodacious Bros, Daddy.
What up, man?
What up? Okay. Okay, well, it don't matter, Daddy. Because the last show Disco Ray had of All the Way with Disco Ray, far out, Daddy. Far out the best show he's ever done, Daddy.
Oh, that was fun. That was a good time. Last show was a great show. They did that tournament. Congratulations to Ben and Hot Rod for winning it.
Yeah, Daddy.
We're going to keep holding on to these things, though. We're not ready to give them up yet.
Nope.
But how does Disco Ray go from having the Bros on their show to what does he do next, Daddy?
Right, man. Who's your guest tonight?
Who is Disco Ray's guest tonight, Daddy?
Did somebody say Daddy?
There we go! All the way with Disco Ray, Daddy! You don't want to miss it, baby.
CrossFire. I am Steve Air, and joined tonight by our very special guest on commentary. Hopefully it's not just one night, it's the thrill. Welcome everybody to the Thrill Show. You're not here to see me, you're here to see the men and women that throw down in Frontline Pro. A little bit about me, Steve. Two-time Emmy Award winner, two-time Hall of Fame entrant, 1 Super Bowl ring, tons of plaques on the wall. What I'm here for is the goal around people's waist. I want to see what Frontline Pro is all about. I've heard so much and I'm ready to see the action, man. I had a pizza this afternoon, that's all I got. In our first match, the real Brock Hall takes on battle-tested Ben Evenson. It's going to be hot, it's going to be electric, it's going to be in-your-face action. Then you're going to get Disco Ray all the way, the greatest talk show in wrestling right now. And this I am here to see, baby. It's going to be amazing. Hot Rod Daddy Andy is going to be his guest. And then we'll have an episode of In Focus where I sat down with Crystal, the magistrate. But then the main event, Thrill, what you got for me?
It's going to be a big main event on this episode of CrossFire. Coda Jacobs, we all know where he's looking at these days, up against one-on-one with Adonis Allen. This is going to be something. I caught up with these guys ahead of the show tonight, and Coda obviously he might be making a rookie mistake, even though he's quite the vet, of looking past Adonis since Adonis doesn't have a win yet in Frontline Pro, because he's targeting bigger things down the road. Adonis is like, hey, I'm right here, and he even said to him, and I quote, put that on your dang sign. So I'm expecting a bit of a David versus Goliath, but you're going to see some fight tonight out of Adonis Allen in the main match.
Thrill is in the house, I'm in the house, you're in the house. It's time for Crossfire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Crossfire. I am Steve Aaron, along with my guest colleague on commentary. What an honor to be working with the one and the only Thrill. How are you, sir?
Steve, I have been looking forward to Frontline Pro for a long time. I've done a lot of things in wrestling, over 20 years in the sport, 2 Emmys, 2 Hall of Fame, 1 Super Bowl ring, but there was only 1 Frontline Pro, and I couldn't stay away any longer.
We have got great action tonight. It's going to be spectacular, and it's going to start off hot right now with the arrival, the return of the real Brock Hall. This man is sick. This man is diabolical. He's twisted, and he is back with purpose. The one question, Thrill, why is he back and why now?
You talk about a hot start, this guy's hot like Chernobyl and twice as toxic. He's been gone, from what I understand, from Frontline Pro for over 2 years, and he's also, let's be implicated in the kidnapping of AC Riley.
He has got a lot of things, a lot of raps on his rap sheet, if you will, and tonight he returns, and he is going to be tested by battle-tested Ben Evenson. This match, you want to start a wrestling show off hot, Thrill, this is how you do it.
Next time I see Brock Hall, I'm going to be the first. Heads up, folks, the Army Rangers have arrived.
Every time this man comes through the curtain, it makes an impact. Nobody's synonymous more with the message of Frontline Pro Wrestling than battle-tested Ben Evenson, an Army Ranger, a veteran. That's the whole point here, and this guy is the walking indoctrination of what our purpose is here. Thrill, as are you. Thank you for your service.
Well, I was 31 uniform, and I was National Guard. Can't compare to what this gentleman did in a pair of boots, and I thank him for his service. If there's one rule I know from the Army, you don't mess with Army Rangers.
Well, the diabolical Brock Hall doesn't appear to be very impressed.
He should be. Didn't this guy beat Ken Anderson? Kamikaze Ken, the franchise of a certain promotion back in the day who I've worked with a time or two. If you beat Ken Anderson, you are something in pro wrestling. Brock Hall better pay attention quick, and there he goes.
Lying in wait kind of sucked him in, and we are underway, and we have started Crossfire Hot tonight. Welcome to A Call to Arms. This is the 6th anniversary show. Finally, we have a bell, and we are underway.
Happy birthday to us, of course, as soon as the tactical vest is off. Brock Hall targeting that back and striking from behind like the worst kind of Decepticon you ever seen.
I was always more of an Autobot guy myself, but I get the point. And now battle-tested Ben Evenson is dishing out the shoulder punishment, and here he comes.
Here's where the Army training comes in handy. Oh, right into his own tactical vest. He better not have had battle plates in there.
That was a very large impact on the shoulder. We'll see what that does as the match goes on. And right now, the surgeon that Brock Hall is taking Ben Evenson apart a piece at a time.
That was a long arc on that suplex from the real Brock Hall. As much as nobody likes him, and trust me folks, nobody does. That one. He's got some respect in the locker room for his wrestling ability, or just flat out fighting.
And that is just plain trying to cut a man's air supply off. And I am not talking about that 80s super group.
Hey, I used to see them with my wife. They were pretty good. We used to have a saying in wrestling, well, if you can't breathe, you can't win. Brock Hall taking that to the extreme right now, targeting the windpipe of the former Army Ranger.
So he is working his way across the body of battle-tested Ben Evenson. Started with his shoulder, right to the throat. Where does he go from here? Maybe he doesn't go from here at all.
Looks like he's going back towards the ropes. Oh, he got cut off. And what's Brock Hall got in mind next here, Steve? I bet it's devious.
Well, that's kind of his calling card.
Always has been.
He is using the ropes as a weapon right now. He has got Ben Evenson strung up.
Here he comes.
A lot of force with that back elbow right across the jaw. The cover.
Give Hall credit for a good move there, but it's only a 1 count. It takes a lot more than that to keep a Ranger down. I know, I've tried bars.
And now Brock Hall is trying to dictate to the referee that her count wasn't fast enough. I don't think his cover was good enough. Let's put it plain and simple.
Yeah, there's no way you put an Army Ranger down that fast into a match. Not a guy that the quality of Ben Evenson. Come on.
Across the ring, he goes right hard into those turnbuckles.
Vintage Brock Hall right here, taking his time. Now he follows up with a big splash in the corner.
Ben Evenson drops like a collapsed Budweiser lawn chair, and the cover. That is only 2. He got a little bit more than the first time, but not enough.
Not quite a lackadaisical cover. There was definitely some effort. Could have been a bit more, but again, not enough to keep down a Ranger.
The Ranger is in a little bit of peril right now as Brock Hall is measuring his shots one after the other.
Officials got to watch for closed fists. It's not like Brock Hall would take any liberties with the rule. Oh, wait, this is.
He bent the rules with the chokehold, and now he's, Ben Evenson, big kick right to the, I don't know if it hit him in the neck or the jaw, but it hit him all right.
What a maneuver to use the ropes as leverage. But he pays for it by landing in a no-fly zone.
Yeah, that is going to require frozen peas a little bit later on this evening. You might need the vegetable medley. That looked like it hurt.
And of course, Brock Hall bragging to the fans here ringside at Call to Arms that he's the smartest guy in the room. Well, he certainly can't be the prettiest one, that's for sure.
I am not sure posturing here is a great idea. If you have a Ranger down, it's your opportunity to steal a win from a man who doesn't lose often.
Brock Hall never met an opportunity to jaw-jack the fans that he didn't take advantage of.
Big lariat clothesline, taking Evenson down and down hard. Now he's just mocking the man. This is where you cover a human being. If you want to win, you got to make the cover here.
Exactly, Steve. The opportunity is right there. Brock Hall wasting it. Oh, he's not done having fun yet. That's not the winning mentality. But that was a nice short arm clothesline. I will give him credit on that one.
And still not covering Ben Evenson. I can't tell you how unfortunate this is going to be for Brock Hall later on as this continues. You have a chance to beat a man, you take that shot.
Especially a man the quality of Ben Evenson. This is terrible strategy by the real Brock Hall.
At Frontline Pro, you do not miss your opportunities. You grab them by the short hairs, and Brock Hall is certainly not grabbing anything short.
He's grabbing the long hair and elevating his opponent yet again. Oh, but he missed with it that time. Oh, here he comes off the ropes. Big flying shoulder puts down Brock Hall.
And that's like getting slapped in the face by a bayonet.
Here comes the charge. Oh, nice European uppercut into the corner. Did you see Brock Hall's head rock on that one?
Yes, I did. That was very impressive. And now Ben Evenson is starting to feel it.
Here comes the charge. like a Sherman tank. And look at Brock Hall just starting to droop in the corner. He had a chance. He had a shot. Now that chance is gone. Uh-oh, fireman's carry up here. The Rangers got some bad intentions. What's he got? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, for crying out loud. And the official season calls for the bell. I mean, that is egregious. Right in front of the official, you hit a man in the jumblies. It took her a minute, but she couldn't even believe just how brazen Brock Hall was to do that right in front of her. Well, and it cost him the match. I mean, when you look back at this match, maybe winning wasn't Brock Hall's motive at all, because he could have won a couple of times. All he wanted to do was embarrass and injure, perhaps, Ben Evenson. If I'm Ben Evenson, I don't think I'm done with Brock Hall just yet. Call me crazy, Steve, but I don't think we've seen the last of these two going at it in the Frontline Pro ring.
Welcome to Frontline Pro Wrestling in Focus. I'm Steve Arendt, and my guest at this time is Coda Jacobs. It's election season, a busy time for you, sir. And let's get to your resume straight away. You've been the poster boy for Honor Bound since its inception.
Quite literally.
Triple Crown winner here. You've held title after title, longest reigning tag team champion.
Factual.
Your list of accolades go on and on and on. And as we move forward to Honor Bound, it is very much a student versus the teacher moment as you prepare for your match against Ken Anderson. What is your mindset right now as you prepare to take a shot at the man who, quite frankly, probably made you what you are?
Well, Steve, let me jump in by saying I appreciate you trying to give Ken a lot of credit for helping mold me the way I am, but let me just say it is 100% entirely from the mind of Coda Jacobs that I am what I am today. So I want to clear that up very quickly before we go any further. To your question, what exactly has Ken Anderson done to get me to where I am today? I'd like to throw that back at you and actually take you down a little, sorry, my left pocket here. I want to share something with you, Steve. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but I'm going to do so now.
You're not the most sharing fella.
This is a performance review, a performance evaluation for my time in the curriculum of the Academy, School of Professional Wrestling. Head instructor, Ken Anderson. We've established that. Let me just highlight for you a couple bullet points from this, if I may, Steve. Here's what Ken had to say about Coda Jacobs as a student. Poor attitude. Struggles to accept constructive criticism. Detriment to class morale. Now, does that sound like a man that has sound judgment, intellect, a good assessment of character, considering what Coda Jacobs has become now? The proof is all there, as you noted earlier, Steve. The only Triple Crown champion in Frontline Pro history, the longest reigning tag team champion in Frontline Pro history. I have been on every single Honor Bound poster that has ever been promoted in this event. This is my signature event, Honor Bound. Now, given Ken's remarks here, would you say, Steve, that he was a little off in his assessment? Would you say, Steve, that he judged Coda Jacobs fairly incorrectly? Would you say, Steve, that perhaps Ken Anderson doesn't know what the hell he's talking about?
You know what? I seem to have touched.
I'll answer the question for you, Steve. The answer is yes. Ken was wrong about me from the beginning. Ken clearly did not see what Coda Jacobs was going to become. He was dead wrong. He didn't have the intellect or the foresight to understand that Coda Jacobs would become one of the most influential figures in the Wisconsin wrestling scene, across this entire country, abroad. He missed all of it. He didn't think I should even step out of that classroom. He didn't think I should even make it out of the academy. He was reluctant to graduate me, you know that?
This is all new information.
Well, I would say he was very, very wrong. Would you agree, Steve?
Well, I mean, you've certainly had unparalleled success. I'll give you that. But those bullet points that his criticism, his constructive criticism, I mean, I can certainly apply them to your character here at Frontline Pro in my short time here. All of those criticisms you showcase in spades on a monthly basis here.
What are you implying here? What are you trying to
that
get
I
at?
100
Are you trying to imply that I've not been successful in my time?
Oh, no,
here,
you've been
Steve?
very
It
successful.
sounds like you're taking the roundabout way. That's what you're trying to say, that I have not been successful in my time at Frontline. That Ken may have had some interesting points there. He may have actually had some points there. Is that what you're trying to imply? Again, I will refer back to my resume. I will refer back to the bullet points we just shared a moment ago. Longest reigning tag team champion, Triple Crown champion. I have carried this company on my back for years and years now. You're trying to tell me that Ken may have known better when he wrote that about me? I would say, Steve, now you're sounding dead wrong.
Okay. So this is where you stop hijacking my interview, and I ask you the only important question, Mr. Jacobs.
Okay.
At Honor Bound, you step in the ring with the man that said all those things about you and obviously hurt your feelings. So now, as you prepare for what should be the match of your life, at least from Pride standpoint, how do you prepare for the man that taught you how to speak, taught you how to wrestle, and essentially taught you how to be Cody Jacobs?
I'll say it this way. I certainly will not take away anything that Ken has accomplished in his career. We all know the accolades. We don't need to run through his resume. But let's talk about since the time that he's known me, since the time that he's known Cody Jacobs. I'm telling you right now, on April 20th, Honor Bound, I'm going to show Ken that long ago he was very wrong about Cody Jacobs. He was dead wrong about what I could offer to professional wrestling. He was wrong about what I would become in professional wrestling. And you know what? I'm going to relish, Steve. I'm going to relish in looking at Ken after I defeat him at Honor Bound and looking in his eyes and knowing that he was wrong. And he's going to have to eat a piece of humble pie. And I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
My guest has been Cody Jacobs. I'm Steve Barrett. This has been In Focus. Don't miss Honor Bound.
What a start to CrossFire tonight. That is an impressive way to go. Will, let's send it right to Crystal.
He loves it, Eddie. He loves it.
Will, I don't know if you are familiar with Disco Ray. I've heard a lot of things, and I like the kid's style. You are about to become familiar with what has become one of the most popular wrestling talk shows of this decade. Disco Ray incites a crowd with a bit of fun, a bit of dance. He's bringing in both the noise and the funk. And extra tambourine. He looks like a giant dreamsicle here. Very Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 70s. I could have partied with this guy and Harry the Hipsters on Broadway 25 years ago. Yeah, Doug Williams. That's Doug Williams' favorite wrestler. Looks more like a Leroy Selman guy to me. You know what? Leroy Selman, very top-notch. That was not quite the Steve DeBerg era. Yeah, he's no Mike Allstott, but I'll give him credit, baby. He shines. And we could go on with vintage Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but let's see who Ray's guest is tonight. This is very exciting, and Crystal is about to give him this mighty microphone. This is going to get intense. Lay it on us, Disco.
But this is the 6th anniversary of Frontline Pro Day. Yeah, make some noise for that. So on the 6th anniversary of All the Way with Disco Ray, Disco Ray needed to find someone special. Disco Ray needed a guest who could live up to the hype, Daddy. So Disco Ray thought to himself he needed a hero. Disco Ray thought to himself he needed someone the fans can believe in, baby. Disco Ray needed someone who little kids come to the Frontline Pro shows and they dress up just like this cat, Daddy. And Disco Ray was asking himself, who can his guest be tonight, Daddy? And that's when it clicked, baby. Without further ado, please welcome the Daddy himself, Hot Rod Daddy Andy!
We're running! I'm gonna try to get in the ring!
Brothers and sisters, one more time, get up a hot rod, Daddy Andy! Alright, hot rod, you know, here on All the Way with Disco. Oh, we got 2 mics, Daddy! We got 2 mics. First show we doing today for the 6th year anniversary. We got 2 mics, baby. Let's go, Daddy. Let's go. So, Hot Rod Daddy Andy here on All the Way with Disco. We're asking hot hitting questions, Daddy. So, Hot Rod, you came into Frontline Pro, you made your debut, you were coming in, you were on a hot streak, Daddy. You were leaving people behind you. What is the truth?
I lost the entire first year I was here.
The whole first year? Anyway, Daddy, that doesn't matter. That don't matter, Daddy. Because what's true is, you were the battle-tested world championship and you held that title with pride, Daddy. But just last week, you were forced to give up that championship, baby, because of an injury. The world wants to know, Hot Rod, how you feeling since you had to give up that gold, Daddy?
All right, Frontline, we're starting with some good news. Good news is I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling really good, actually. Bad news though, Disco Ray, is tonight I can't rest. I've got 1 more week in this stinking boot. 1 more week. But after that, man, I'm clear to go. After that, I am all go. I am all go from here on out, Disco.
All go, Daddy?
All go.
Oh. So first of all, Hot Rod, Disco Ray knows exactly what it's like to be on the show, Daddy. Disco Ray has a little bit of boot gloves himself on his shoulder, and he's been out of the ring, and he knows what it's like to itch and want to claw your way back to the ring, Daddy. But Disco Ray heard through the grapevine that injury you got on your ankle. Some people are saying you wake up in the morning, you open a gallon of 2%, and you pour it all over that ankle, Daddy. Some people are saying, in other words, you've been milking it a bit, Daddy. What you say to that?
Good joke, good joke. There's currently no milk on my ankle, thankfully. I'm trying over it. I'm lactose intolerant, bro. I can't really mess with them. But, Disco, let me say, I'm not milking this. If I can run right now, if I can get in these ropes and wrestle for every single one of these people who came out to Frontline tonight, I'd be in this very ring going right now. They can have me wrestle once, they can have me wrestle twice, they can have me wrestle 3 times in one night, and I will go anytime they ask me to. There's no milk in this angle, this is all real. And if I can do this right now, if I can wrestle right now, I wrestle for you, I wrestle for you, I wrestle for every single one of these people right now, Disco.
Yup, and you.
All right, well then, this baby sounds like Hot Rod Daddy Andy. Not too much longer before you're ready to go, Daddy.
Yeah. Have you had any big news from that? Has anyone given you the news yet?
Has anyone given Disco Ray?
Anyone given you the news?
They should give Disco Ray the news, but it sounds like you have some news to know, Daddy.
I do. And you guys want to hear the surprise? You want to hear the hot scoop for Disco Ray? Yeah! Oh, and you want to hear the hot scoop for Disco Ray?
If you want to hear the hot scoop on All the Way with Disco Ray, give me an oh yeah! Oh, come on, God.
All right, so next show, Frontline Pro, 420. 420 at Honor Bound. The Hot Rod Daddy is not only going to be 100% released and positive, but right here tonight, the Hot Rod wants to announce I am coming with a
guys ready to hear who that partner is? Yeah! You guys want to hear who that partner is? That partner is no other than OVW's own Cal Hero, baby! Yeah, Hell Hero! Oh, it's insane, man. It's going to be insane, man. I can't wait to wrestle. I can't see without my actual glasses on. Who are these clowns?
Glasses back on.
Sit back there.
Who are you clowns?
We'll see you.
That's a terrible experience, man.
Hold on, that's me?
Wait, who are you gonna see? Us? Me? Him? Me?
Mr. Ray thinks they're coming to see you. All right,
Cool, man.
What's up?
I'll see whoever you clowns were in Honor Bound on 420. That'll be cool. Disco?
All right, well, Daddy.
Can we dance out? How do you end your shows, man?
Yeah, well, looks like things are getting out of hand. We don't want any more spoiled apples and spoil the whole bunch. So, brothers and sisters, thank you again for the 6th anniversary edition of All the Way with Disco Ray, Hot Rod, and Andy.
Hello, folks. Here's truly the thrill here at Frontline Pro, a big main event tonight here on CrossFire. Adonis Allen and Coda Jacobs. Adonis, let's start with you. And remember, gentlemen, no physicality in this interview. Management has told us as such, so we got to play by the rules. Adonis, you're still looking for your first win. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I've been here a lot longer than this young man has. I'm the former heavyweight champion here, I remind you, so you're going to start with me for the questions, all right?
Very well.
Start over here.
Very well. Coda Jacobs, one of the longest reigning tag champions in Frontline Pro history.
Correct.
Obviously a lot on your plate coming up, but tonight, can you afford to look past this man and in the ring?
You know, I'll just say I admire the tenacity, the spunk, the moxie of young Mr. Allen here. But let's be honest with ourselves, all right? I am a former heavyweight champion, as I mentioned, the only Triple Crown champion in this company's history, all right? I think I can handle a young upstart when one is put in front of me, all right? Simple as that. Now, as we look towards Honor Bound.
Honor Bound?
Mr.
Wait, this is not Honor Bound, okay? You still have to get past me to get to Anderson, okay? Listen, I'm not one to be looked past. I am a force to be reckoned with. And I will leave my mark, starting with you. Put that on your sign.
See, the kid's got heart. That's adorable.
And we've got a main event
so,
right here.
You know what? Unless you have any questions pertaining to Honor Bound and my match with Mr. Anderson, I think we're done here. Striker, do you agree with that?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Let's head back to the ring for tonight's
See
main event.
See you in the ring,
I'll
kid.
see you out there.
All right.
Back to the ring for the main event tonight here on Crossfire.
And here comes Stryker Industries.
And campaign season is in full swing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a cold day in March in an election year without a scumbag politician and his benefactor.
Oh, look at them two out there making wrestling great again.
Oh, I don't know about that, but you had a chance to go backstage and talk to these people in preparation for this very match. What thrill? What happened?
Indeed we did, Steve. And it was one of those things where you had to really enforce the no physicality clause because you could cut the tension with a knife between these two. Coda Jacobs is looking forward, obviously, to Honor Bound. He's targeting the great Ken Anderson. The problem is, Coda is not fully focused, in my journalist opinion, on this matchup tonight. He's going up against a guy who doesn't have a lead in Frontline Pro. But if there's one thing I've learned, Steve, on NFL sidelines, is that you can never ever look past your opponent you're facing to the next team that you're facing. You cannot do it. Coda may be making that exact mistake tonight. He does not hold Adonis Allen in the highest regard.
You know what happens when you overlook an opponent? You settle for an unconditional 6th-round pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coda Jacobs, the innovator, the illustrator, pioneer, and the visionary. Behind the monumental movement in professional wrestling today, the campaign for a brighter future in wrestling. Excuse me. I'm looking at this section over here. I am the one holding the microphone. Yeah, I'm looking at you, sir. I am the one holding the microphone, therefore I'm the only one who should be speaking. Why don't you tell your entire party there to zip it? that'll come out here and get a master class education on professional wrestling. But before we get there, I'd like to explain to each and every one of you why Coda Jacobs versus Mr. Anderson at Honor Bound truly matters. And for this, I require your full, undivided attention. So I suggest you sit there politely, zip your lips, open your ears, and give me your attention. Mr. Stryker, if you take control of that, please. Now, once upon a time, a young aspiring wrestler by the name of Coda Jacobs entered the Academy School of Professional Wrestling, Minneapolis, Minnesota, with a dream and a vision. No one cares. He was led by head instructor Ken Anderson. Yeah! Woo! And after a period of time under his instruction, I was given this very letter. This right here is a performance evaluation from Mr. Ken Anderson. I'd like to share with you all, excuse me, did I not make myself clear on the zip it part? Continuing. In this performance evaluation, Mr. Ken Anderson had this to say. He noted Coda Jacobs, poor attitude, struggles to accept constructive criticism.
Accurate. Sounds about right.
A detriment to class morale.
Yeah, F-.
And it was his recommendation at that time that I, Coda Jacobs, conclude my time in the academy, not continue with the curriculum, because he felt that professional wrestling was not for Coda Jacobs.
He's right.
Oh, I'm sure you all agree, don't you? I'm sure you all agree, Mr. Anderson, wouldn't you? Well, let me tell you right here, right now, I think you people, along with Mr. Anderson, were dead wrong as to what Coda Jacobs would achieve in this industry. Let's go over the resume, shall we? Coda Jacobs, longest reigning tag team champion in this company's history. The only Triple Crown champion in this company's history. Now, does that sound like the failure that Mr. Ken Anderson thought I might become? I don't think so. So as we head towards Honor Bound on April 20th, I want you all to remember this. What is written in this note right here, the very words of Mr. Ken Anderson will come back to bite him in the ass. And I look forward on April 20th to look Mr. Ken Anderson in the eye. After I've defeated him in the center of this ring, I will look at him to how much he is humiliated and embarrassed, and I look forward to humbling Mr. Anderson once and for all. Thank you very much.
Forgot lost IQ.
I said what I need to say, everyone who needed to hear it.
And his opponent, weighing in 130 pounds, from South Loop in Chicago, Illinois, the Thundercat, Adonis Allen.
You know, Steve, I'm all for proving your doubters wrong and having a chip on your shoulder, but not at the expense of what's right in front of you, because look what's coming down the aisle. Here comes the Thundercat. Adonis Allen does not have a victory at Frontline Pro yet, but he has developed a following, and people like and respect him, so he is well on his way. He is tag team partnered up with Kid Ladd as a couple of superheroes. Very entertaining stuff. And here's the thing, Thrill. If Coda is looking past this match and already looking at Honor Bound and his chance to prove himself to his former teacher, and that's all he is right now, a petulant child trying to perform at a higher level than his father figure. If he's looking past Adonis Allen, that is a surefire way to lose a match and lose it badly.
He's going to end up falling down the stairs in front of him like a Peter Sellers movie. They say the journey of 1,000 victories starts with a single pin. Adonis Allen has a good shot at getting just that tonight if Kota Jacobs can't put both eyes on his opponent.
Ah, yes, I had the lasagna. And here we go. Is this just utter disrespect? I mean, is that what's happening here?
It's not just disrespect, it's outright dismissal.
I mean, you've been doing this a long time, Thrill.
A very long time.
This is not a great look for a man that's supposed to make wrestling great again.
Exactly. For a guy who's focused, eyes on the prize, he can't see the forest for the trees. He's blind to what's in front of him. He could very easily get pinned. It's an attitude I can't say I could ever see in wrestling, but I've seen it in pro football, and you know what it ends up getting you? A big fat L. Come on.
Yeah. And this is not typically like Kota Jacobs, although he throws the Thundercat down without much trouble. Do you blame Draven Stryker for not able to keep his man focused? I mean, if you're a manager, this is your job. This is your only job.
You can blame Draven Stryker for a lot of things, but this one might not be 100% on him. Obviously, it's in the best business interests of Stryker Industries to keep Kota on the straight path and plowing through people on his way to Honor Bound, on his way to Ken Anderson. This might be Kota's ego running rampant, and he wouldn't be the first managerial person to have their client's ego run roughshod over what's best for the team.
And a quick maneuver there by the Thundercat, who seems that he's game for tonight's challenge.
He's clearly lacking in compared to Kota Jacobs in the size and power department, but not by much. But I got a feeling that Allen is going to be quicker than the proverbial hiccup. This kid has speed on his side, Steve.
Oh, he slapped him right in the mush.
That's one way to maybe get the guy to pay attention to you.
That is an attention getter and then some. But
the sad thing is that might be what Kota needs.
Much like, oh, here we go. And the Thundercat coming at him all feet with a drop kick. And now he is kicking him with the educated feet.
He's absolutely rocking Kota. Jacobs needs a minute to reestablish himself. And Thundercat's not giving him that time.
This is a bit unexpected. Maybe not.
Well, I've been calling it all night. This could be your upset of the night. Certainly in our main event here on this episode of Crossfire.
Yep, Crossfire is hot, and an upset here would put Thundercat on a trajectory that I don't even think he can fathom.
First win over a guy who...
Oh, he slapped him. Oh, my God. He slapped him and knocked him down.
All the way off his feet onto his tush in the middle of that recently refurbished ring. Thundercat, not just the name, I might have spoken wrong earlier when I talked about power. He may have some.
Kota thought he got him. Thundercat was in the right... Oh, big boot right to the jaw.
And he perched there like a... Well, you know.
And that time Kota caught him. Oh, and that's a hard fall from a high distance.
Going to the well twice was once too often for the Thundercat.
The Thundercat literally fell right on his nose.
I thought they always landed on their feet.
Me too.
Don't
That's
worry.
why it was so knocking.
No worries, he's got 8 lives left.
We're gonna have to monitor the life quotient.
We're gonna need a counter on the lives there, folks. Graphics, get on that.
There you go. Come on, get it, Kota.
It's gonna end up looking like Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Looks like an episode of South Park.
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. Those Emmys are shining bright.
However, not shining right now are the prospects for the Thundercat. He's down in the corner and he is a little bit groggy and struggling to get up. Kota Jacobs taking his time, and he might be able to afford to now. With Draven Stryker looking on. Kota in control of this match right now, Steve. Or did I speak too soon?
I mean, Kota is wrestling, a solid match, but this is not the Kota that I have come to expect. He almost seems aloof.
Very much dismissive. Again, not something you see normally in the pro wrestling ring.
And now Stryker doing dirty business as he would do.
Turn around, ref. And that's the Draven Stryker advantage. When you've got someone like that out there watching your back and able to administer those extracurriculars, they go a long way towards victory. That might account for some of Kota Jacobs' overconfidence coming here, Steve.
You might be right about that. And I really wish that Draven Stryker would have had a fashion coordinator help him out with that tie jacket choice. That's just hard to watch.
I did get a closer look up in the locker room. It's St. Patrick's Day themed. So
no, I get that, but it's still you have a dark suit jacket, that you might want to do that, but that's neither here nor there. This isn't Vanity Fair.
How is it that his jacket is green with no one envying him?
That is 100% true. And right now, got a clump of hair in the hand of Coda Jacobs as he is now victimizing the Thundercat.
And not even looking at him while he does. Busy jaw-jacking with the front row fans here in Marshfield.
He rolls him up. He rolls 1, 2. Oh my goodness.
That was close. This kid's got sudden strikeability.
He rolls him up again.
Come on.
Those are 2 near pinfalls.
Coda better straighten up and fly right. He's in for a bigger fight than he thought. Trying to get him over. Can he get him?
No, and Coda misses the punch. And what is he gonna do now?
Might have jammed his whole hand swinging with that bad hook. Here he comes. Other way, here he comes.
Big flying crossbody, and he hooks the legs.
Can he get him? Oh, that was close.
That is 3 very near pinfalls.
Look at the concern on the face of Draven Stryker. He knows his client's in big trouble.
I'm not sure Jacobs knows where he is right now. Thinks he's in some sort of bizarro world situation.
You know where Allen is right now. He's on a hot streak. He's got to get out of that corner and keep that momentum going. He's got something cooking here.
Maybe Jacobs will now finally take him seriously. Or maybe not.
That looked like a mall power walk, and he ate fistful for it.
And now the Thundercat is not playing games. He is going up.
We might be seeing some aerial high red game here.
And this is his game right here. This is where the Thundercat is most dangerous.
Oh, nobody home.
Yeah, that is a high red district maneuver that is a very difficult situation when you miss.
Big twisting crossbody. That had a lot of potential, but did not land it. And now it's time for a campaign break. Thank you very much, Draven.
This is the moment in the match where Coda has Thundercat where he wants him. Finish him, move on to honor bound, stop wasting time.
Oh, dear Lord, Coda has an idea.
What is he doing?
Is he unbuttoning his dress vest? Wait a minute.
Oh no,
He's calling for the microphone.
He is mocking Ken Anderson, his former trainer and teacher.
As a guy who's worked with Ken for 25 years, that gets under my collar, Steve.
I don't doubt it. Wait, what? Are you kidding me right now? Is Ken Anderson here?
I haven't heard that noise in some time.
Is Ken Anderson at Frontline Pro call to arms? Is it possible? And he rolls him up. 1, 2. Oh my God! The Thundercat shocks the world.
We had a false alarm, and we had a real pinfall.
Great! Holy moly! The Thundercat has his first win in Frontline Pro. Nobody ever saw that coming.
And look at that. Look at that. Ben McCoy standing on the entryway and laughing his tuchus off.
Maybe Ben McCoy got tired of all the posturing, slipped the track on, and that gave the Thundercat the advantage he needs to get his first win.
The crowd's starting to chant Thundercat here.
It's his first win at Frontline Pro at the expense of Coda Jacobs, who's Mr. Frontline Pro.
Unbelievable. We talked all night about how Coda Jacobs was looking past the Thundercat, looking forward to Ken Anderson. All it took was one push of a button over there, and Coda's mind completely off the match. And that opening, all the Thundercat needed for his debut win here in Frontline Pro. It turns on a dime, folks.
That tells you that Ken Anderson is already in Coda Jacobs' head, and that's going to mean disaster for Stryker Indices at Honor Bound. And
what I meant for tonight here on Crossfire is that Allen put Coda on his ass.
And that's true, and that's Crossfire. Thanks for watching. This is The Thrill. I'm Steve. We'll see you next time.
Star wipe, and we're out.